Mira Andreeva isn't alone in looking up to tennis icons Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. Wimbledon sensation Mira Andreeva notably left Novak Djokovic off the list of players she has attempted to model her game on, with both Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal her two main idols. Andreeva has become an overnight success on the WTA Tour since breaking out at the Madrid Open just a few months ago. And she's carried that momentum into Wimbledon, where she made her debut on grass in the qualifiers to make it all the way through to the fourth round. She's the second youngest player to reach the second week of Wimbledon this century, after Coco Gauff managed the same feat back in 2019. And Andreeva has a chance to go one better than the American when she takes on Madison Keys on Monday. Keys will have her work cut out for her on court too as well, with Andreeva proving in the early rounds that she's more than powerful enough to cope with some of the tour's best. And it appears as though she's taken something from the greatest players of all time to try and perfect her game. The 16-year-old has grown up in an era of men's tennis dominated by the big three in Federer, Nadal and Djokovic. Federer had already won 10 Grand Slams by the time Andreeva was born in April 2007, as the Swiss tennis star sat on top of the men's game. Nadal soon emerged as Federer's biggest rival before Djokovic burst onto the scene and took over the ATP Tour. But it's ultimately Nadal's win at last year's French Open that has had the biggest influence on Andreeva. When asked whether there was a certain player she modeled, she said, "I always admire Federer and he was always my favorite player. But after Nadal, he won French Open in 2022. I was really impressed because after an injury, he came back, he won the Australian Open, he won French Open. After that, I can say that now mental-wise I just try sometimes to copy him. I just try to remember what would he do in these moments, what would he do on the score. Sometimes, yes, I can say that I copy him."